There are certain truths about life, destiny, and the unseen spiritual realms that the average person will never understand. But God's chosen ones, they live by these truths every single day. It's not because they're better than anyone else, but because their spiritual eyes have been opened in ways others can't even imagine. While most people are caught up in what they can see and touch, the chosen ones move according to what is eternal. They live guided by revelations, divine whispers, and a clarity of purpose that can only come from above. If you are watching this right now, it is not by accident. This message found you because there's a part of your spirit that resonates with a higher calling. Before we dive into the 9 things God's chosen ones know that others don't, I want to ask you something. If this message reaches you at exactly the time you needed it, type 1111 in the comment section as a sign that divine blessings are aligning for you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel because I believe God will use future messages here to confirm and guide you toward your destiny. 1. They know their life is not their own. Chosen ones understand on the deepest level that their life is not theirs to waste, experiment with, or casually drift through. They recognize that they are not here by accident or random chance. They were placed on earth as stewards of a divine assignment. This realization shapes every decision they make. While others may chase after every trend, hop from one desire to the next, or define success by society's temporary standards, chosen ones measure their steps by the calling of God. They understand that life is a loan from heaven, entrusted to them to manage with precision, purpose, and care. This doesn't mean they are stripped of personal dreams, desires, or ambitions, but those ambitions are always filtered through the lens of divine will. If a career move, relationship, or lifestyle choice does not align with the mission they were given before birth, they are willing to let it go without regret. This deep awareness also keeps them disciplined and intentional, even in seasons when nothing seems to be happening. While others are distracted by pleasure or wasting years without direction, chosen ones keep their focus on the work their Creator sent them to do. They know that every day they are either moving toward the completion of their assignment or away from it, and that awareness alone keeps them grounded when life tries to pull them in every other direction. Their life is not their own, and they wouldn't want it any other way. 2. They know delays are not denials. The average person becomes restless and impatient when blessings seem delayed, assuming that silence from heaven means a closed door. Chosen ones, however, have learned through experience and spiritual maturity that this is rarely the case. They know that God's timing is flawless, not early, not late, but precise. A delay to them is not a denial, it is often preparation for something greater than what they initially asked for. They have come to understand that there are seasons where God is aligning circumstances, positioning the right people, and even building strength within them to sustain the very blessing they are waiting for. This perspective allows them to stand firm even when the waiting season feels like it will never end. Where most people would give up, take shortcuts, or settle for less, chosen ones hold steady because they know a blessing that arrives before its appointed time can feel more like a burden. They have also learned that sometimes a delay is a form of protection, keeping them from stepping into something that would harm them if they received it prematurely. Instead of grumbling in frustration, they lean into trust, understanding that every closed door in the present may be a shield from heartbreak in the future. Their patience is not passive, it is an active faith that keeps working, preparing, and believing in the unseen hand of God. To them, a delay simply means not yet, but it's coming. And they live with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their appointed hour will arrive without fail. 3. They know spiritual warfare is real. Many people interpret hardship as coincidence, bad luck, or the natural ups and downs of life. Chosen ones know better. They have a spiritual sensitivity that allows them to see beyond the surface of events into the invisible realm where the real battles are fought. They understand that their light, their calling, and their spiritual authority make them a target for opposition from forces that cannot be seen with the human eye. This awareness shapes how they live. They don't simply react to life's difficulties with fear or confusion. They respond with prayer, fasting, scripture, and discernment, knowing that weapons in the spiritual realm require spiritual strategies. They remain vigilant, alert to the subtle ways the enemy tries to infiltrate their peace, relationships, and purpose. When doors suddenly close, friendships crumble without explanation, or unexpected crises arise, they do not waste time blaming people or fate. Instead, they seek God's guidance to understand whether they are under spiritual attack and how to respond. They know that every victory or defeat often begins long before anything is visible in the physical world. That's why they put on the full armor of God daily, not as a religious routine, but as a survival strategy. This doesn't make them paranoid, it makes them prepared. They live with the understanding that spiritual warfare is not a one-time battle, but an ongoing reality of carrying a divine calling. And because they understand this truth, they are rarely blindsided. They fight from a position of awareness, not ignorance. 4. They know not everyone can go with them. Chosen ones learn early, often through painful experience, that not everyone who starts the journey with them is meant to finish it. God will sometimes remove people from their lives, not as an act of cruelty or punishment, but as a form of protection and elevation. While others may desperately hold on to every friendship, relationship, or partnership, chosen ones recognize that divine assignments come with divine separations. They understand that some people are only meant for certain seasons, and trying to carry them into the next chapter can delay or even derail the mission. This is not because those people are inherently bad, but because their presence is no longer aligned with where God is taking them. Sometimes the removal is obvious, a betrayal, a disagreement, or a visible act of disloyalty. Other times it is subtle, a gradual drifting apart, or an unexplainable loss of connection. Either way, chosen ones have learned not to fight God's pruning process. They know that the higher they go, the lighter they must travel. Elevation often requires separation, and they are willing to release what no longer serves their divine purpose. While the average person clings to relationships out of comfort, fear, or nostalgia, chosen ones trust that every person who leaves is making space for someone better aligned with their destiny. This understanding gives them peace during seasons of relational loss. They know it is simply part of God's way of ensuring they reach the places they are meant to go. 5. They know the value of silence. In a world obsessed with oversharing and constant updates, chosen ones stand out for their ability to remain silent. They do not feel compelled to announce every idea, every plan, or every blessing that comes their way. They understand the power of hidden preparation and private victories. Some dreams, they know, are too fragile to be exposed to public opinion before they have matured. They have learned that not everyone who listens is supportive. Some are envious, some are skeptical, and others may even work to sabotage what they cannot control. Because of this, chosen ones choose discretion over display. Their silence is not rooted in secrecy for secrecy's sake, but in wisdom. They know that a seed grows best when it is planted in the dark, protected from external interference until it is strong enough to survive exposure. They also understand that spiritual matters often require stillness, that there are revelations God shares only in the quiet, away from the noise of the crowd. By keeping certain things between themselves and God, they preserve the purity of their vision and the energy needed to bring it to life. While others seek validation from the world, chosen ones seek confirmation from heaven. This discipline allows them to move strategically, releasing information only when it is time and never before. In this way, they protect not only their dreams but also their peace, knowing that silence can be one of the most powerful shields against premature destruction. 6. They know Earth is temporary. Chosen ones are deeply aware that life on Earth, no matter how full or fulfilling, is temporary. They live with the unshakable understanding that their time here is a short assignment compared to the vastness of eternity. This awareness shifts their priorities in ways that often baffle those around them. While others may be consumed with acquiring possessions, chasing status, or indulging in fleeting pleasures, chosen ones focus on what will last beyond the grave: character, relationships, spiritual growth, and the fulfillment of their divine mission. This does not mean they ignore material needs or avoid enjoying life, but they see these things as tools, not the ultimate goal. They invest their time and energy into what will outlive them, knowing that the impact of a life well lived extends far beyond the years spent in the body. Their eternal perspective also allows them to navigate loss and disappointment with grace. They understand that the things of this world are passing away, so they hold them loosely, refusing to anchor their identity in what can be taken overnight. This is why they can let go of bitterness, forgive quickly, and walk away from situations that compromise their mission, because they are not here to build a permanent kingdom in a temporary place. They are pilgrims, travelers passing through, and their true citizenship is in heaven. Everything they do is measured by the question, will this matter in eternity? If the answer is no, they don't waste time on it. 7. They know pain has purpose. For most people, pain feels meaningless, random, and unfair. Chosen ones see it through an entirely different lens. They know that every hardship, every betrayal, every heartbreak, and every season of loss carries within it a divine purpose, even if it is hidden in the moment. They have learned that suffering is often the forge where God shapes their character, burns away pride, deepens their compassion, and strengthens their faith. Pain has been their teacher, showing them truths they could never have learned in comfort. They can look back on moments when they thought they were being destroyed and realize they were actually being refined. Even the wounds inflicted by others have served to sharpen their discernment and teach them how to guard their spirit without hardening their heart. This doesn't mean they enjoy suffering, no one does, but they have stopped wasting energy asking, "Why me?" Instead, they ask, "What is this teaching me? How is this preparing me for what's ahead?" They know that God rarely wastes pain. Every tear shed is like a seed sown into the soil of their destiny, destined to produce a harvest in due time. Even when the purpose is not immediately visible, chosen ones trust that it exists. This perspective allows them to endure trials with hope because they know the fire is never meant to consume them, only to refine them into the person they must become to carry the weight of their calling. 8. They know their words have power. Chosen ones are not careless with their speech because they understand a profound truth that many overlook. Words are not just sounds, they are spiritual seeds. They know that life and death truly reside in the power of the tongue, and once spoken, words can never be taken back. They carry the power to build up or tear down, to heal or to wound, to bless or to curse. Because of this, chosen ones treat their speech as a sacred responsibility. Even in moments of frustration or anger, they pause before speaking, weighing their words carefully, knowing that what they release into the atmosphere will eventually bear fruit, for better or worse. They speak intentionally, using words to edify, to encourage, and to align with God's promises over their life and the lives of others. They have experienced firsthand how a single sentence can shift the atmosphere of a room, ignite hope in the hopeless, or conversely, drain life from someone's spirit. This awareness shapes how they speak about their future, their challenges, and themselves. They refuse to speak defeat, doubt, or fear into existence, choosing instead to declare life, faith, and victory even when circumstances look bleak. Chosen ones understand that angels respond to words of faith just as surely as the enemy responds to words of fear. That's why they speak blessings over their family, their mission, and even their enemies. They know every word is a seed, and one day they will eat the fruit of it. so they plant only what they are willing to harvest. 9. They know who they are in the Spirit. Above all else, chosen ones are secure in their spiritual identity. They do not define themselves by society's shifting standards, financial status, physical appearance, or the ever-changing opinions of others. They know these labels are temporary and fragile, while their true identity is eternal. Chosen ones are deeply aware that they are royalty in the kingdom of God, sons and daughters of the Most High, ambassadors of heaven stationed on earth to carry out divine assignments. This understanding gives them a confidence that cannot be shaken by rejection, failure, or criticism, because their worth does not come from human approval. Their sense of self is rooted in the one who created them, not in titles, achievements, or possessions. This allows them to walk boldly in their calling, without feeling the need to compete, compare, or prove themselves. They know they are not ordinary. They are set apart. When challenges arise, they do not crumble under pressure, because they know their authority in the Spirit. They understand that as heirs of God's kingdom, they have access to spiritual resources, divine protection, and supernatural guidance that the world cannot comprehend. This identity also keeps them humble. Their confidence is not arrogance, because it is anchored not in themselves, but in the one who sent them. When they step into a room, they carry the atmosphere of heaven, not because of their own greatness, but because of the presence they represent. They know exactly who they are, and that knowledge changes everything about how they live, move, and impact the world. If you made it this far, there's a good chance that something inside you has been awakened or confirmed. That's not coincidence. That's alignment. This is the Alchemy of Awareness channel. If you received this word at exactly the right time, type 1111 in the comments so we can agree in faith for divine blessings over your life. And remember, the world may not understand you, but you were never meant to be understood by the crowd. You are set apart, chosen, and destined for greatness. Thank you for watching.